Hey, yo, it's me and Teras.
Why do you suddenly sound like Luigi?
um, why don't you?
I'm more of a Mario kind of guy.
Trying really hard to come up with something related to Mario, but I can't. Well, hello. Hi, I'm Skytus. I'm here to make Teras suffer, and I also forgot, where did we leave off? Oh, there's a picture.
Yeah, there's a giant meme.
You sure it's a meme and not a terrorism?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a meme. But, you can call it whatever you want.
What do you meme?
That.
I'm gonna give you some time to cool down. So, for anyone watching, I just mentally prepared Teras for what's about to happen. So, he needs a short cooldown phase, so he can actually not.
I wouldn't call it a cooldown phase. I just need some happiness to counteract this whole situation. I'm dealing with Skype is already like an extreme sport, but doing it while under the influence of the Bible is I don't recommend it. That's
yeah. Like... I also do extreme sports the same way. I just eat ice cream while performing them.
What can I say?
I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Good. You may start.
Okay. I don't really remember where we left off, so let me see if I can quickly remember.
I'm pretty sure that's been the sort of the case in like the past many.
No, you never know what's going on. I kinda do.
To be fair, after a while, all the streams just blend into one.
Will it blend? Oh yeah, I remember. You were so incompetent that you replaced tabernacle with God tent, and then we wondered why there's suddenly the word God in this god-awful book. And then you had to fix that and replace it with Skytis tent, and then you replaced it with the lowercase s Skytis tent. But that's all I remember. I remember nothing about the content, to be perfectly honest.
Nice.
Oh yeah, right. They had people amongst them that were like, nope, we don't follow the Lord anymore. And then the Lord was like, okay, cast them out, bring them outside the village, and then they were like here, and they descended alive into the underworld or whatever. The ground closing around them into the underworld, and they perished from the midst of the multitude. Yeah, and then everyone else was like running away. Oh my god! Otherwise, we'll get swallowed as well by the earth. Yeah, so. I guess we dealt with some non-believers.
Nice.
I don't think you're ready, Teras.
No, I'm not.
Numbers 19. And the Lord spoke to us Moses and triple Aaron, saying...
Wait. Fuck.
I was about to mute my microphone and just tell everyone on stream, let's see how long it takes Teras to realize.
I totally forgot. I'll actually have a glass. I'll just drink some moonshine.
I see a glass right there. What do you mean?
Whoa! Oh! Ah!
Now you surely sound like Mario.
Yahoo! I'll just leave this there. There we go.
Saying, this is the ritual that the Lord has appointed for a victim. Instruct the sons of Israel so that they may bring to you a red cow of full maturity. Red cow?
Yeah, red cows are very much a thing.
They are? Yes. I don't think I've seen one. Oh yeah, those. No, yeah, I just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it. Sure, yep, red cow. So interesting. They had red cows back then. I thought cows were like, okay, we have a cow and then we just apply some paint to it and that's how they were made, but they even had them back then.
Well, to be bear in mind.
No, cow in mind.
You know what? Never mind.
I somehow saw this coming. When I said I was like, okay, Teras is not gonna want to speak up even. And that is how you silence your dissenting opinions. You just pun them to death. A red cow of full maturity, in which there's no blemish, and which has not carried a yoke. Okay, what the? I mean, I can assume what yoke means, but no. Wait, what?
Help! Help! I've been blacked out.
That's fine. All right, I have to move this on this monitor. I keep forgetting. So, what the fuck does yoke mean in this context?
I presume it means a boar, a child.
I thought so as well, but not sure.
It's the only thing that actually makes sense. So,
I mean, maybe it just means that you didn't CBT its udder.
Just fucking whack it until it makes butter.
Well, more like yeah, let's not go there.
Why is Radio DMing me? I am upset.
Because he wants in? Tell him he's welcome to join us. And you shall deliver it to Eliezer, the priest, who, having led it out beyond the camp, shall immolate it in the sight of all. Skytis really likes just burning stuff and killing stuff. Like, he's like not just a psychopath. What comes after psychopath? Like, and after that, and after that, and after that. That's like... It's like war criminal to the power of psychopath or something.
We're timesing things that shouldn't be timed.
And dipping his finger in its blood, he shall sprinkle it 7 times opposite the door of the Skytis tent. And he shall burn it while all are watching, delivering into the flame not only its skin and flesh, but also the blood and dung. Likewise, cedar wood and hyssop and twice dyed scarlet he shall cast into the flame, by which the cow is consumed. Wait. I have a question. I don't think I'm following. Are we burning the cow? I don't think the Bible made that clear.
Well, we're doing something to it.
I just want to point out, so...
The Bible does have a bit of a burning fetish, so we might as well go for it.
Shall immolate it, he shall burn it, and then also the flame by which the cow is consumed. Yeah, it's good old Bible fashions. Yeah, let's just repeat it over and over until people get it.
And yet we still don't get it.
I do, I was just being facetious. And then finally, having washed his garments and his body, he shall enter into the camp, and he shall be deeply stained until evening.
What?
Okay, now I'm not. Now I'm being serious. Teras, please elaborate.
Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are.
I'll be right back.
No, come back. Don't leave me here with...
So, he has to wash his clothes and himself.
Yes.
He shall enter into the camp afterwards.
Yes.
And he shall be deeply stained until evening. So basically, get yourself clean, go home, get dirty. I'm just imagining him, he's just like a butcher just mercilessly slaughtering the cow, just having blood all over him, and then he's like, oh, well, okay, time to time to wash everything off, gets his clothes clean and all that, and he just has a bottle with some cow blood, and then he just walks through the city gates and just pours the bottle out over him. Well, time to get stains.
I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't get it. This is so dumb. Then he also who had burned it shall wash his garments and his body, and he shall be unclean until evening.
Ah, classic.
Then the clean man shall gather the ashes of the cow, and he shall pour them out beyond the camp, in a very pure place, so that they may be preserved for the multitude of the sons of Israel, and for the water of aspersion, because the cow was burned for sin.
Was it?
So someone else gathers the ashes. Like, good luck. I don't think they had vacuums back then.
No, they never specified someone else. They specified a clean person. So if you wait until after evening, you can just do it yourself.
It doesn't specify a time when you have to gather the ashes.
Yep.
And then you must pour them out beyond the camp in a very pure place. What's a pure place? A place where nothing unclean has ever happened?
How would you know that?
Like I guess we just like maybe a 1 by 1, like a 1 square meter tile, like a 1 Minecraft tile, where nobody has had sex, had a flow of seed, killed someone else, or an animal died, or anything like that. So you just find a clean chunk of the world, and there you pour the ashes.
Do they just press F3 like in Minecraft and they get like a little display that tells them if it's clean or not?
I mean, how else would they? And then, yeah, I pour out the ashes so that they may be preserved for the multitude of the sons of Israel. And for the water of aspersion, whatever the fuck that is, because the cow was burned for sin. Okay, so he's just pouring out the ashes. And then, like, a few weeks later, all the sons of Israel gather up and they just fucking snort the ashes? Like, what's the goal?
I don't understand anything.
Okay, and I need to... What the fuck is water of aspersion?
I want the Bible to go back to making at least the vague amounts of sense.
What?
Like, it made less sense, but at least it felt more cohesive back in Genesis. Which it feels like a long time ago now.
Genesis? More like Genesis systematically suppressing women, am I right? Bible jokes, hey!
Brought to you by Skyless.
And when he who had carried the ashes of the cow will have washed his garments, he shall be unclean until evening. The sons of Israel and the newcomers who live among them shall have this as a holy and perpetual rite. What, the rite that you burn cows and gather the ashes? Whoever touches the corpse of a man and is, because of this, unclean for 7 days, shall be sprinkled from this water on the 3rd and 7th days, and so shall he be cleansed. So we're burning a cow for sin preemptively, and then you put the ash in some water, and then you sprinkle someone with the water, and then it's basically hold the water, and boom, it cleanses all the debuffs. Or the debuff of being unclean in this case. But if he was not sprinkled on the 3rd day, he is not able to be cleansed on the 7th. Anyone who will have touched the dead body of a human life and who has not been sprinkled with this mixture pollutes the sky's tent of the Lord, and he shall perish out of Israel. For not having been sprinkled with the water of expiation, he shall be unclean, and his filth shall remain upon him. This is the law of a man who dies in a tent. What? Excuse me?
I hear laughing. I feel like I've missed an important plot point.
You know what? How about you go ahead and read 1914?
1914. Right. Okay, let's go. This is the law of the man who dies in a tent. What?
So yeah, if you die in a tent, you must be sprinkled with cow water ashes because you're already dead, so it totally matters. And I don't fucking know. I hope you're making a spiral. Aww.
No. I'm just peeling a banana.
Yeah, and I was hoping you would cut the peel in a spiral shape. Yeah, but I know how this is. I know what's about to happen. All who enter into his tent and all the vessels which are there shall be polluted for 7 days. The vessel that has no cover or binding over it shall be unclean. Anyone in the field will have touched the corpse of a man who was killed or who died on his own. So basically anyone who died. I mean, what other way is there? Being killed and dying on your own.
I mean,
Are there any other ways of dying?
I mean, you could just spontaneously die of unknown causes.
But then you died. Like, you died on your own. So...
Wait. So, wait.
1916.
What was the two option?
Read 1916 and feel free to explain.
All right, killed. So it doesn't. Okay, yeah, no, just dead.
It doesn't matter if you're dead, basically. If anyone in the field will have touched the corpse of a man who is dead, or his bone. So bone is not part of the corpse. Interesting.
Not anymore.
Or maybe it needs to be specifically mentioned because people were stupid back then. Or his grave, he shall be unclean for 7 days. And they shall take some of the ashes from the burning and the sin offering, and they shall pour living waters over them into a vessel. And into it a man who is clean shall dip hyssop, and he shall sprinkle from it the entire tent, and all its articles, and the men who were polluted by means of contact. And so, in this manner, what is clean shall purify what is unclean on the 3rd and 7th days, and have been expiated on the 7th day. Should that be having been? He shall wash both himself and his garments, and he shall be unclean until evening. Yeah, having been. What the hell? Do you even English?
No.
Okay. If anyone has not been expiated by this ritual, his soul shall perish from the midst of the church.
Just our church.
Didn't you? I'm wondering if this is because of your replacing.
What did I replace again?
You replaced tabernacle with something and then something else. So maybe this is a leftover.
That might actually, yeah, possible. Didn't I replace something with church? Because it was annoying me.
Yeah, how about you go find out?
I'm gonna find out. Church. I don't think I've replaced anything with the word church.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Where was it? There. Need this. Control F. 3114. No, that's a different.
At least it doesn't say on the document. So
no, it's literally the church. No, you didn't replace anything. It's literally the same in the original.
Nice.
This might hold on. Control F. Church.
I'm holding.
Continue holding.
Oh, I was holding.
This is the second mention of the word church in this. You want to know the first mention?
Go for it.
The fucking cover page. The Holy Bible. Catholic Public Domain Original Version. Translated blah 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 blah. Roman Catholic Church. They just randomly was like, yeah, we have a church now. Fuck you.
Thanks, Bible. Very cool. And look, Nargos is here to join us. What a nice surprise.
Hey, Nargo, would you like to join the church of... It's a church.
It's just a church.
No, it's the church of... It's a church.
It's the church of church.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, I can hear
Literally the first mention of a church Fuck this book.
It's fine, Argo. You can close the windows and the doors.
Would rather Bible drink. What? Yeah, maybe you should. This is not going to get any better. Okay, so if anyone has not been expiated by this ritual, his soul shall perish from the midst of the church. Whatever the fuck that means.
I wouldn't worry about it.
It's the mind that is leaking in one. Yeah, Teras is definitely leaking.
Yeah, there's a whole puddle of Teras right on the floor. It's quite messy, to be fair.
Yeah, my puns make Teras really wet.
Fucking soaking.
He is pansexual after all.
At this rate, I'm going to become asexual. Anyway.
Just for you.
God.
I think you need some Jesus right now.
I can't believe you've done this.
For he has polluted the sanctuary of the Lord, and he has not been sprinkled with purifying waters. This precept shall be an everlasting ordinance. Likewise, the one who has sprinkled the waters shall wash his garments. All who will have touched the waters of expiation shall be unclean until evening. Whatever has been touched by something unclean will itself be made unclean. I just want to point out, by that logic, literally everything is unclean as soon as one singular thing is unclean.
Nice.
Because it instantly spreads to anything. So if an animal dies, it's unclean. It's touching the ground, which is now also unclean. The ground that you're standing on, so now you are unclean. And yeah.
Wow.
That explains why Teras is such a dirty boy. And the soul who touches any of these things shall become unclean until evening. Well, I guess maybe if there's nothing unclean, like no unclean objects, or maybe everything will be clean at evening. So every day at evening, everything is clean. But if any animal dies, everything is instantly unclean.
Wow.
I think that's how it must work. And the sons of Israel and the entire multitude. This is so weird. Just multitude, not the multitude of the sons of Israel. This phrase is so different. And the sons of Israel and the entire multitude went into the desert of Sin in the first month. And the people.
First month of what?
The first month.
Of what?
Of not being the second month. And the people stayed at Kadesh. And Miriam died there, and she was buried in the same place. I think that's Triple Aaron's wife. Or that might be Osmosis' wife. One of the two. And when the people were in need of water, they came together against Osmosis and Triple Aaron. And as it turned into a sedition, they said, if only we had perished among our brothers in the sight of the Lord. Why have you led away the church of the Lord into the wilderness so that both we and our cattle would die? Why did you cause us to ascend from Egypt? Here we go again. And why have you led us into this most wretched place, which is not able to be sown, which does not produce figs or vines or pomegranates, and which, moreover, does not even have water to drink?
Just fucking move then.
We should take Egypt and move it over here. And Osmosis and Triple Aaron, dismissing the multitude, entered the Skytis tent of the covenant, and they fell prone on the ground. And they cried out to the Lord, and they said, O Lord Skytis, listen to the outcry of this people, and open for them from your storehouse a fountain of living water, so that, being satisfied, well, sacrifice would be better, but being satisfied, the murmuring may cease. So, in other words, Lord, please make them shut the fuck up already. And the glory of the Lord appeared over them. And the Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying,
Yeah, of course he did.
Take the rod and gather the people, you and your brother Triple Aaron, and speak to the rock before...
Woo! I should really get a glass and mix it with something.
Take the rod? Yeah, the rod? Who doesn't know about the rod?
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
And gather the people, you and your brother Triple Aaron, and speak to the rock before them, and it shall bestow waters. Yeah, the one singular rock they had back then.
Yeah, just the one. One whole entire.
I did not know. How do you spell Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Is this old? Well, apparently they're speaking to the rock back then already. Interesting. And when you have brought forth water from the rock, the entire multitude and their cattle shall drink.
I found the jar instead.
Therefore, Osmosis took the rod, which was in the sight of the Lord, just as he had instructed him. And having gathered the multitude before the rock, he said to them, "Listen, you who are rebellious and unbelieving, would we be able to cast out water from this rock?" I just want to point out, I just realized something. This might actually be the rod. Do you remember the rod?
I don't even remember what we did last stream, never mind what you're even talking about.
It's the rod that transforms into a serpent, I presume. I don't know which other rod they would be talking about. And when Osmosis had lifted up his hand, striking the stone twice with the rod, very great waters went forth. So much so that the people and their cattle were able to drink. And the Lord said to Osmosis and Triple Aaron, "Because you did not believe me, so as to sanctify me before the sons of Israel, you shall not lead this people into the land which I will give to them." Wait, what?
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 The Lord is now speaking to Osmosis and Triple Aaron. He's saying, because you did not believe me. So those two did not believe him. So as to sanctify me before the sons of Israel. Whatever the fuck that means. You shall not lead this people into the land which I will give to them. So basically, now Skydus is just like, you know what, you two are the people that I'm speaking to bring forth my messages to the rest of the sons of Israel. Fuck you, you're not going to this land that I promised.
Wow, what a big move.
I don't even understand. This is the water of contradiction. How fitting. Where the sons of Israel were quarreling against the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. Wait. How does... I don't want to know. Meanwhile, Osmosis sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. Edom? But I hardly know him. They said, your brother Israel says this. You know of all the hardships which have overtaken us. How our daddies descended into Egypt, and we lived there for a long time, and the Egyptians afflicted both us and our daddies. And how we cried out to the Lord, and he heeded us, and sent an angel, who led us away from Egypt. Behold, we are situated in the city of Kadesh, which is at the extremity of your borders. And we beg you to permit us to cross through your land. We will not go through the fields, nor through the vineyards. We will not drink the waters of your wells, but we will travel by the public ways, neither turning aside to the right nor to the left, until we have passed your borders. So what they're saying is that they will go through his land. They will not take any of his stuff. So basically, don't worry, we're just passing through. And we will literally not turn to the left or to the right until we pass your borders. So I presume until we left, like until we crossed through your country, basically.
Wow.
So literally you have to walk forward. You have to lie down. And if you wake up in the morning and you look around, you're fucked. Yeah, you're not allowed to turn aside to the right nor to the left. Although looking backwards is fine, so like if you
it's like a big conga line.
If you want to look behind you, you have to look like overhead, like that would work. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a conga line. They just can't be looking to the side, so they could just be walking in any formation, but you're only allowed to look forward. Just like I look forward to this Bible reading.
Do they have like little horse flaps?
I'm not sure if they were smart enough to invent that back then. But the thing is, they promise that they will not turn. So if you have those, you would still be able to turn. So you would need something that's like attached to your shoulders to keep your head locked in place. And then you have to remember to not actually turn your entire body to the side. But yeah, you would somehow need to lock in your head. Edom responded to them. You shall not cross through me, otherwise I will meet you armed. And the sons of Israel said, we will travel by the well-trodden path. And if we or our cattle drink from your waters, we will give you what is just. There shall be no difficulty in the price, only let us cross through quickly. But he answered, you shall not cross. And immediately he went out to meet them with a countless multitude and a strong hand. Just one strong hand. The other one, very weak. I'm just imagining him being like a charger from Left 4 Dead. Neither was he willing to agree to their petition to concede passage through his borders. For this reason, Israel diverted away from him. And when they had moved to the camp, when they had moved the camp from Kadesh, they arrived at Mount Hor, which is at the borders of the land of Edom, where the Lord spoke to us Moses. Let Triple Aaron, he said, go to his people. It's what a weird way to cut the speech, but okay, sure. For he shall not enter into the land which I have given to the sons of Israel, because he did not believe my mouth at the waters of contradiction. Take Triple Aaron and his son with him, and lead them on to Mount Hor. And when you have stripped the daddy of his vestments, you shall put them on Eliezer, his son. Triple Aaron shall be gathered and shall die there.
Well,
so really you have to gather all the single parts of him, because he's like Rayman and he has detachable limbs.
Or they just fell off.
As Moses did, just as the Lord had instructed, and they ascended Mount Hor, in the sight of the entire multitude. Wow. And when he had despoiled Triple Aaron of his vestments, he clothed his son Eliezer with them. And when Triple Aaron had died at the top of the mountain, as Moses came down with Eliezer, and the entire multitude, seeing that Triple Aaron lay dead, wept over him for 30 days throughout all their families.
Did they kill him, or did they just stood there watching over him until he just died?
Triple Aaron shall be gathered and shall die there. It's not specified how he dies. Moses did just as the Lord had instructed, and stir, blah blah, despoiled investment clothes. And when Triple Aaron had died at the top of the mountain, and that's just, he's dead.
Because I mean, even if they just patiently waited until died of thirst, that would still be like a while.
Yeah, and then they wept another 30 fucking days.
Nice.
And when King Arad, the Canaanite, King Arad, who hasn't heard of him?
Oh,
Or maybe it's supposed to be a rat because he's fucking red. Or maybe he's a red cow.
Fucking. Is that like a cow-sized rat or a rat-sized cow?
No, a red cow. The color. And when King Arad, the Canaanite, who was living toward the south, had heard this, namely that Israel had arrived by the way of spies, he fought against them. And proving to be the victor, he led away prey from them. Wait, what? He led away prey from them? Okay. Whatever the fuck that means. But Israel, obliging himself by a vow to the Lord, said, "If you deliver this people into my hand, I will wipe away their cities."
Wow.
And the Lord heard the prayers of Israel, and he delivered the Canaanite, who they put to death, overthrowing his cities. And they called the name of that place Hormah, that is anathema. I think that's how you pronounce that word, I don't fucking know.
Well, that's a bit rude. He took over a place.
Well, what would you have done?
So, God's also a warmonger. I got it. Noted.
Took you long enough to notice. Then they set out from Mount Hor by the way that leads to the Red Sea. I just want to read it as, by the way, that leads to the Red Sea.
just FYI.
Then they set out from Mount Hor, by the way, that leads to the Red Sea, to circle around the land of Edom. The people began to tire of their journeys and hardships. Are they going to complain about going back to Egypt again?
Please don't.
And speaking against Skytis and Osmosis, they said, "Why did you lead us away from Egypt? So as to die in the wilderness. Bread is lacking, God. And so are your fucking brain cells. There are no waters, neither are there brain cells. Our soul is now nauseous over this very light food." For this reason, the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, which wounded or killed many of them. Yeah.
I just complained, so he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and just struck them down.
Honestly,
I like that.
Good fucking job. Thank you. Was about time you make them shut the fuck up already.
Oh, he's literally whipping them into place.
I just want to know, what's a fiery serpent?
It's a serpent that's either on fire or spits fire like a dragon.
Or maybe it makes your mouth burn when you eat it.
It's just a regular serpent. He's just really spicy.
Yeah.
You just handed them out like candy and everyone just started collapsing.
No, it's just like a banana and people eat the snake sideways and just just a really long serpent. Everybody gather up. Everybody takes a bite. Like a fucking corn thing.
It's like one of those party subs. It's just really long. People each take a piece.
Party sub? How does that work? When you get so drunk on a party and you remember Skype, so you just decide to spontaneously subscribe to him?
That might have just been one of the worst things you ever came up with.
Okay, one of the worst, not the worst, right?
No, I think it might be the worst.
Okay, question. Are you sure this is the worst?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, what about the idea that I came up with to read the Bible with you?
That idea at least sounds funny on paper.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I just need to read the paper version of the Bible.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Well, you said it sounds fun on paper. Maybe the problem is that we're reaching it digitally.
It's fine, I'll just buy you a printer. You can print this. Oh. For anyone watching this
Why?
that's not fed up yet, Yeah, why is a good question, but if you're not fed up with it, can I just point out that he's like this all the time? It's his like default state. It's not that he does it. This isn't some like character that he does for the stream. No, this is his default state of being. Like you could be talking about like your mother's funeral, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to bury her, and Skies will look you straight in the eyes and go,
there you go.
see.
Bury them like they buried the fucking complaining people that died from the fiery serpents.
Oh.
Yeah. Invite me to your mother's funeral. I will talk about how she deserves this for complaining about Egypt.
I genuinely do not get paid enough for this. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be a bit less mind-numbing.
I mean, it most likely will be.
It won't be reading the Bible mind-numbing. It will be a different kind of mind-numbing.
What are you planning to do tomorrow?
What are we planning to do tomorrow?
No, what are you planning to do tomorrow?
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. There wasn't the plan to do the thing tomorrow.
No, maybe check the announcements channel and read again.
Yeah. Do you think I know how to read?
That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you reading by reading the Bible.
Oh, don't read the Bible. Alright, that's next week. Yeah, fair enough.
And so they went to Osmosis and they said, "We have sinned because we have spoken against the Lord and against you."
Why is it next week?
Pray so that he may take away these serpents from us. Why is it next week? Because they decided so. Because people are probably going to be busy this weekend.
Wow, that's just fucking
living a life and all that. And Osmosis prayed for the people. And the Lord said to him, "Make a bronze serpent and place it as a sign. Whoever, having been struck, gazes upon it shall live." Therefore, Osmosis made a bronze serpent, and he placed it as a sign. And when those who had been struck gazed upon it, they were healed by a singular bit.
One whole entire.
And the sons of Israel, setting out, made camp at Oboth. Oboth?
Or just both?
Or maybe it's Oboth, as in like goth, but with a B and an O? Nah, I think it's both. Made camp at both. Having departed from there, they pitched their tents at...
We're gonna pitch your tent.
At Layi Abarim.
Can you not read?
Is this, or is it I? Is this an I or an L? Is this I? Abarim.
Yeah, there you go. Abarim.
Barim? But you hardly know him. In the wilderness, which looks out toward Moab. Opposite.
Just continue as if nothing ever happened.
Having departed from there, they pitched their tents at Abarim in the wilderness, which looks out toward Moab, opposite the Estonian region.
Oh my fucking god.
Estonian region. It's so good. And moving from there, they arrived at the torrent of Zaret. Zaret? Is a red one?
Is Zaret?
Is a red cow?
It's that one.
Having left that place behind, they then made camp opposite Arnon.
Why are you having so much trouble reading today?
I don't fucking know how you pronounce these names. What do you mean? You tell me.
Arnon. Like what part of it do you not understand? What?
This is what? Arnon as in anonymous.
Yeah, like just like that. Yeah, Arnon.
Are none of you enjoying this? You really fucking fell for this. The longer the setup, the better it gets. Which is in the desert, and which juts out at the borders of the Amorite. For certainly Arnon is at the limit of Moab, dividing the Moabites and the Amorites. About this place, it is said in the book of wars of the wars of the Lard. There's the book of the wars of the Lard. Sure, apparently there's. In the book of the wars of the Lord. As he did at the Red Sea, so he will do at the torrents of Arnon. The stones of the torrents were bent, so that they might rest in Ar, and lie back within the borders of the Moabites. How do you bend a stone?
You just bend it. This is very bendy.
Yeah, you just bend all of the stones. Jelly stones. Beyond that place appeared a well, about which the Lord said to Moses.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I'm a danger to myself, I know that.
You know, normally I would say my fucking puns are on point today, but you know what? I'm just gonna say you were on fire today, Teras.
Yeah, I will be soon. I mean, I have also like put a new wick into my Zippo, and it like works now.
You have a wick? Why would you put a wick in there? You're supposed to put that on your head.
There's a K, not a G in there.
Fucking wicked. Beyond the place appeared a well, about which the Lord said to Moses, gather the people together, and I will give them water. And Mr. Burns appeared. There is right now.
Okay, let me see what's that. Click.
The thumbnail and the title is enough.
I think I've seen this before, yeah. He just sets everything on fire.
Then Israel sang this verse. Let the well rise up. They sang, the well, the leaders dug it, and the commanders of the multitude prepared it, at the direction of the lawgiver, who the fuck is that? I guess the Lord, maybe? And with their staffs.
To be fair, I do have a candle.
Drink it.
I've developed, I won't. I've developed a bit of an interest in candles, because, you know, fire. I got a kitchen blowtorch just sitting on my desk because.
I have a question about the candle.
Yeah, go on.
Can dill be added to your food?
No, I also have a Zippo, and I also have.
He puts the fire out by putting it into a plastic bag full of fire.
I also have waterproof matches. Because
I didn't know you were on Tinder.
If we ever meet, I promise you, I will fucking slap you. Like...
Is this a threat or a promise? Or an invitation?
All of the above.
They went from the wilderness of Matana. That's not how you spell Manhattan. Wait. They went from the wilderness of Matana. Matana, yeah. From Matana to Nahaliel. From Nahaliel to Bamoth. From Bamoth, a valley in the region of Moab. Why are they describing where the fuck Bamoth is? I have no idea where the fuck Matana is. Or Nahaliel. But Bamoth, yeah, you gotta know where that is. To the top of Pisgah. Which looks out opposite the desert. Yeah, who doesn't know about Pisgah? Sure.
Can I just point out how fun this thing is, by the way?
The Bible or me?
No, the blowtorch. Speaking of blowtorch, I remembered something. I'll be right back.
He's gonna get a flashlight. Then Israel sent messages to Sihon, the king of the Amorites, saying, I beg you to permit me to cross through your land. We will not turn aside into the fields or the vineyards. We will not drink waters from the wells. We will travel by the royal way until we have passed your borders. And he was not willing to allow Israel to cross through his borders, but instead, gathering an army, he went out to meet them in the desert, and he arrived at Jahaz and fought against them. And he was struck down by them with the edge of the sword. And they possessed his land from Arnon, even to Jabbok and the sons of Ammon. For the borders of the Ammonites were held by a strong fortress. But was it a dwarf fortress? Therefore, Israel took all his cities and lived in the cities of the Amorite, namely in Heshbon and its villages. Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, in case you forgot, because it was literally mentioned less than a minute ago, who fought against the king of Moab. And he took all the land which had been under his sovereignty, and as far as Arnon. About this, it is said in the proverb, enter into Heshbon. Let the city of Sihon be established and built. A fire has gone forth from Heshbon, a flame from the town of Sihon, and it has devoured Ar of the Moabites, and the inhabitants of the heights of Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You are perishing, O people of Chemosh! He gave flight to his sons, and he gave the daughters into captivity to the king of the Amorites, Sihon. Their yoke has been scattered from Heshbon even to Dibon. Or Dibon. Yeah, it's probably Dibon, because you dip on them. Dip on those nerds. They have passed through, wearily, into Nope. Ha! As far as Medeba. And so Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. What the fuck are these names?
Yes.
Dibon, Nope, Ha, and Medeba. It literally... Why?
You seem to be complaining a lot.
These names are weird.
Sorry, you.
No, you. And so Israel lived in the land of the Amorite. And as Moses sent some to explore Jazer. I don't know, I'm going with Jazer. These captured its villages and possessed its inhabitants. And they turned themselves and ascended along the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan. And Og, the king of Bashan, met them with all his people to fight at Edrei.
What? Why that
Drei is German for 3, so he literally fought them at 3.
Nice. Absolutely wonderful.
I didn't know they had E3 back then already. Holy shit. I thought that was like a relatively new thing. This language. Oh my god. And the Lord said to us, Moses, do not be afraid of him, for I have delivered him and all his people, as well as his land, into your hand. And you shall do to him just as you did to Sihon, the king of the Amorites, the inhabitant of Heshbon. Therefore they struck him down also, with his sons and all his people, even to utter destruction. What? The cows? And they possessed his land. Fucking war criminal. That's all that comes to mind. Yeah,
Nice.
kill. You know what? I spawned some units here for you. You can kill them.
Brilliant.
Numbers 22. And they set out and made camp in the plains of Moab, across the Jordan, where Jericho is situated. Then Balak, the son of Zippor, seeing all that Israel had done to the Amorite, and that the Moabites had great fear of him, and that they were not able to bear his assault, said to those greater by birth of Midian, so will this people wipe away all those who are dwelling within our borders, in the same way that the cox is accustomed to tear out grass all the way to the roots. So basically it's just like, yep, we are fucked.
Brilliant.
At that time he was king of Moab. Therefore he sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor. Beor? I guess it's Beor.
Or
Beor, not B.
Or Bor. Like Boromir. Just Bor.
Boromir?
Don't Boromir. You have your phone for that.
But I don't even... I'm broke. I need a mirror.
No, you don't.
Okay. The son of... So what are we calling him now? Bear? Bor? Beor?
Baby Roar?
The son of Baby Roar, a seer who lived above the river of the land of the sons of Ammon, to call him and to say, Behold, a people has gone forth from Egypt, which has covered the face of the earth. They are encamped opposite me. Therefore, come and curse this people, for they are stronger than I am. So you need to debuff them because I can't fucking deal with them. Like, what? Fucking coward. He needs to ask for a curse before he dares to fight them. Oh, and there's our curse already. Perfect.
My favorite.
A curse has appeared in my chat. If only, in some way, I might be able to strike them and to drive them from my land. For I know that he whom you bless shall be blessed. Oh, really? If you bless someone, they are blessed. What?
Fucking mind blowing.
Holy shit! What is this black magic fuckery?
My fucking god.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, Teras. For I know that he whom you bless shall be blessed, and he whom you curse shall be cursed.
No.
Yes.
No fucking way. Bro, I need a drink for that one. Oh.
What a fucking genius he is to figure that out. What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Hello, Cat Peasant. Yeah, all those
fucking
things.
Unbelievable.
I think Teras and I equally care not at all about all of that. It's just an
About what? No,
it's a new year, so a semi-arbitrary number changed.
Why? Oh, let's celebrate or I don't fucking know.
Celebrate? Okay, well, how about you, Chuck?
Excuse me.
And the elders of Moab, and those greater by birth of Midian, continued on, holding the prize of divination in their hands. What does that actually mean?
Yes, it does.
It's the year of the peasant.
Just one peasant, okay.
What does that actually mean? Holding the prize of divination in their hands.
Well, it kind of makes sense in a way.
Okay, please try to paraphrase what this means, because I literally have no fucking clue.
Prize of the soul. So divination being like a blessing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the good side of the blessing, they're essentially got that. Like they have that. You know, the prize they're holding it. They're the
but so a blessing is not a status, the buff that's applied to you, but it's an object.
No, but they have something that they could use to apply the status effect. It's like a single-use scroll.
So it's yeah, I was about to say it's like a single-use scroll or a magic wand that breaks after you use it.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay, so sure. And why is it the price of divination?
Yeah, that's the one.
And when they continued, and when they had come to Balaam, and had explained to him all the words of Balak, he responded, "Remain for this night, and I will answer with whatever the Lord will say to me." And while they stayed with Balaam, Skytus came and said to him, "What do these men want with you?" He responded, "Balak, the son of Zippor, the king of the Moabites, has sent to me, saying, 'Behold, a people which has gone forth from Egypt has covered the face of the earth. Come and curse them, so that in some way I may be able to fight them and drive them away.' And Skytus said to Balaam, 'Do not go with them, and do not curse the people, for they are blessed.'
Wow, rude.
And he, rising up in the morning, said to the leaders, 'Go into your own land, for the Lord has prohibited me from going with you.'"
Wow.
Returning, the leader said to Balak, "Balaam was not willing to come with us." Again, he sent many more persons, and these were more noble than those he had sent before. And when these had come to Balaam, they said, "So says Balak, the son of Zippor, do not hesitate to come to me, for I am ready to honor you, and whatever you would want, I shall give to you. Come and curse those people." Balaam responded, "Even if Balak were to give me his own house filled with silver and gold, I still would not be able to change the word of the Lord my Skytus, neither to say more nor to say less. I beg you to remain for this night also, so that I may know what the Lord will answer me again." Therefore Skytus came to Balaam in the night and said to him, "If these men have arrived to call you, then rise up and go with them, yet only in so far as you shall do what I will command you." Balaam rose up in the morning, and saddling his donkey, he set out with them. And Skytus was angry. Why? What? He's literally doing what he's being told. Why is Skytus angry?
Yes.
And an angle of the Lord stood in the way opposite Balaam, who was sitting on the donkey, and he had 2 servants with him. The donkey, discerning that the angle was standing in the way with a drawn sword, turned herself from the road and went through a field. And when Balaam beat her and intended to return her to the path, the angle stood in a narrow place between the 2 walls, with which the vineyards were enclosed. So basically just blocking the path. Skytus is always angry. No. Teras is the one that's... Well, he's not really angry. He's more like upset and depressed.
Just in constant state of distress.
Loud is a jealous girlfriend. Honestly, that's the best explanation we had so far. That would explain so much. Although it must be a psychopath girlfriend still, and a war criminal.
I do like the war criminal just as much as the next guy.
Wait, where was I? Yep, they blocked the path. And the donkey, seeing this, drew herself close to the wall and scraped the foot of the rider. So he beat her again. And, nevertheless, the angle, passing on to a narrow place, where one would not be able to deviate either to the left or to the right, stood to meet him. And when the donkey had seen the angle standing there, she fell under the feet of the rider, who, being angry, struck her sides more vehemently with a club. How fucking rude. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said, "What have I done to you? Why do you strike me?" "Behold, now for the 3rd time." The lamb responded, "Because you have deserved it, and you have mistreated me. If only I had a sword, so that I might pierce you." The donkey said,
Fucking rude. Wait,
"Am not I your animal, on which you have always been accustomed to sit, even until this present day? Tell me, when did I ever do the same thing to you?" But he said, "Never."
Got a question.
I have several questions.
Why can the donkey speak?
Are you fucking dumb? 22:28. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey. The donkeys can't speak. They just need to open their mouth. Are you fucking... You daft, weird
Donkey?
Brits.
Donkey?
Yes, donkeys can speak. You did not know? They just choose not to.
Ah, understandable. That explains Shrek.
Immediately, the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel standing in the way with a drawn sword. And he reverenced him prone on the ground. And the angel said to him, "Why did you beat your donkey 3 times? I have come to be an adversary to you, because your way is perverse and contrary to me. And unless the donkey had turned aside from the way, allowing a place for my opposition, I would have killed you, and she would have lived." Balaam said, "I have sinned, not knowing that you stood against me. And now, if it displeases you for me to continue on, I will return." So basically, he's just like, oh fuck, there's an angle blocking my way. I guess I'll just go this way. And then the angle just teleports over there and still blocks him. And then he's like, oh shit, I didn't know you were trying to block my path. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, please don't kill me. He's just playing the fucking dumb card.
Level up.
The angle said, "Go with them, but be careful not to speak anything other than what I shall instruct you." And so he went with the leaders. And when Balak had heard it, he went out to meet him in a town of the Moabites, which is situated at the furthest borders of Arnon. And he said to Balaam, "I sent messengers to call you. Why did you not come to me immediately? Was it because I am not able to pay the cost for your arrival?" He answered him, "Behold,
No, not again.
here I am, but I don't rock you like a hurricane. Am I able to speak anything other than what Skytis will put into my mouth?"
Mouth.
Why is he asking him? He should know. Like, what? This makes no fucking sense. Therefore, they continued on together, and they arrived at a city which was at the furthest borders of his kingdom. And after Balak had killed oxen and sheep, he sent the gifts to Balaam and to the leaders who were with him. Why does he have to kill them? Why can't he just send living animals?
Nah, not allowed, mate.
Then, when morning arrived, he led them to the heights of Baal. And he gazed upon the most distant portions of the population.
Wow.
And I dare you to type Baal into Google and see what comes up.
I don't want to.
Damn. I thought this would be more... Wow, rip. Apparently, no, Baal, but that's spelled differently. Baal was an important Canaanite god, while Baal is also the main antagonist of the Diablo 2 expansion, Lord of Destruction.
Nice.
In case you remember when we had the Dungeon Siege area, I think.
No.
And then also it was something dash Baal, and now we have literally Baal.
Nice, very nice.
And you know what? Maybe that's the Lord speaking to you, Teras. To you directly. He's telling you to fucking bail while you still can.
Just fucking some flop off the screen.
Then when morning arrived, he led them to the heights of Baal, and he gazed upon the most distant portions of the population. So if Baal is a demon, then... Or a demon god. Well, I guess there's a mountain named after... Yeah, sure, whatever. Sure. Numbers 23. And Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here for me." By the way, do we just get their entire perspective all of a sudden? All the way leading up, it was always everything centered around osmosis, and now we just get the perspective of Balaam and Balak?
Apparently.
This is like as if they finally figured out how to tell the story from a different perspective. It's like they actually figured out how to do interesting writing.
Nah, that's not right.
Interesting compared to what was there before, not compared to modern standards, obviously.
Yeah, I suppose.
And Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here for me, and prepare as many calves, and the same number of rams." And when he had acted according to the words of Balaam, they placed a calf and a ram together on each altar. And Balaam said to Balak, Stand for a little while next to your holocaust, until I go, to see if perhaps the Lord will meet with me. And whatever he will command, I shall speak to you." And after he had quickly departed, Skytis met with him. And Balaam, speaking to him, said, "I have set up 7 altars, and I have placed a calf and a ram on each." Then the Lord placed the word in his mouth, and he said, "Return to Balak, and you shall say this." Returning, he found Balak standing next to his holocaust. Wait, so it's not, Skytis said, say this to him, and then literally what he's supposed to say, and then he literally says this? They're actually only gonna have one mention of what he's saying? This is This is amazing. Like the progress the Bible is making in terms of writing style.
Wow.
I'm genuinely impressed.
It's pretty good.
Returning, he found Balak standing next to his Holocaust with all the leaders of the Moabites. And taking up his parable, he said, Balak, king of the Moabites, has led me from...
What?
Do you want to know what Aram is? Let me see. What comes up if I type it into Google? Yes, literally the first result. It is a custom mode for League of Legends where everybody has to go down the mid lane. There's only one mid lane and you don't get to pick your hero. That's the concept. It's all random, all mid. Random heroes, mid lane only. Like a custom mode by now. It's just yeah, apparently we have Aram back then.
Fucking
Balak,
brilliant.
king of the Moabites, has led me from Aram, from the mountains of the Estonian. Come forth, he said, and curse Jacob. Hurry and condemn Israel. How shall I curse him, whom Skytis has not cursed? For what reason would I condemn him, whom the Lord does not condemn? I will look upon him from the tops of the stones, and I will consider him from the hills. I will consider him. Yes, I'm thinking about this person. I will consider this person. Like, what? What does that even mean?
How about you tell me?
No, I will not.
Wow, that's just fucking rude.
This people shall dwell alone, and they shall not be counted among the nations. Who can number the dust that is Jacob? Wow, how fucking rude. And who can know the number of the stock of Israel? May my soul die a just death, and may my end be like theirs. And Balak said to Balaam, what is this that you are doing? I called for you in order to curse my enemies, and to the contrary, you bless them. He answered him, how can I say anything other than what the Lord orders? Therefore Balak said, come with me to another place, from where you may see a portion of Israel, though you cannot see them all. Curse them from there. And when he had led him to a lofty place, on the top of Mount Pisgah, Balaam built 7 altars, and placing upon each a calf and a ram, he said to Balak, stand here next to your Holocaust, while I continue on to meet him. And when the Lord had met him, and had put the word in his mouth, he said, return to Balak, and you shall say this to him. Returning, he found him standing next to his Holocaust, and the leaders of the Moabites were with him. And Balak said to him, what has the Lord spoken? But taking up his parable, he said, stand, Balak, and pay attention. Listen, you son of Zipper. Listen, you son of a zipper.
It just sounds like a fucking insult.
Yeah, you son of a zipper. Titus is not like a man, so that he would lie. Nor is he like a son of a man, which would also be sure, so that he would be changed. Therefore, having spoken, will he not act? Has he ever spoken and not fulfilled? I was led here to bless, and I have no strength to hinder the blessing. There is no idol in Jacob. How? Eden? How do you... I don't want to know. You know, I really don't need to know. There is no idol in Jacob. Neither is there a false image to be seen in Israel. The Lord his Skytis is with him. And the resound of royal victory is in him. Skytis led him away from Egypt. His strength is like that of a rhinoceros. There is no soothsaying in Jacob, nor any divination in Israel. In their times it shall be told to Jacob and to Israel what Skytis has wrought. Behold, the people will rise up like a lioness and lie down like a lion.
Oh no.
But they will not lie down until they devour the prey and drink the blood of the slain. And Balak said to Balaam, neither curse him nor bless him. And he said, have I not told you whatever Skytis would command of me, I would do? And Balak said to him, come, and I will lead you to another place. If perhaps it may please Skytis, then you may curse them from there. It's like, curse those people. I need to speak to my manager. I'll be right back. Please. I am not allowed to curse them. I will, however, bless them.
Brilliant.
No, listen. What if we go over here? Let's you see this back there? Let's go over there. Okay. Now, can you curse them? I need to talk to my manager. I'll be right back. I have spoken to my manager. I am not allowed to curse them. However, I will have to bless them. No, you're supposed to curse them. How about we go over there? And then you curse them. Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to speak to my manager. That's basically what's happening right now. That's literally the summary of the past few sentences. Or several sentences, rather. That's literally what's happening. He's like, curse them. Hold on, I need to speak to Skytes. Nope, not allowed. Okay, what if we do it over here? And then just... this is so fucking stupid. Hold on.
Just like the entire fucking Bible.
True. Come, and I will lead you to another place. If perhaps it may please Skytes, then you may curse them from there. And when he had led him on the top of Mount Peor? Yeah, sure, let's go with Peor.
Do not pee.
Which looks out toward the wilderness, Balaam said to him, build 7 altars here for me, and prepare as many calves and the same number of rams. Balak did as Balaam had said, and he placed on each altar a calf and a ram.
Why 7?
Because there's 7 days in a week.
How's that relevant?
There's 7 days in a week.
Okay. Facts with Skytus. The more you know.
You are so welcome.
Oh.
Mount Peor next to Beor. Next to this book is fucking stupid. Numbers 24. And when Balaam had seen that it was pleasing to the Lord that he should bless Israel, he by no means went out as he had gone before to seek divinations. But directing his face opposite the desert and lifting up his eyes, he saw Israel dwelling in tents by their tribes. And with the spirit of Skytus rushing into him, taking up his parable, he said, Balaam, the son of Beor, the man whose eye has been obstructed, the hearer of the sermon of Skytus, he who has gazed upon a vision of the Almighty, he who falls down so his eyes are opened. Ah, yes, I also open my eyes when I fall. Okay, yeah, that's totally sure. Has declared, how beautiful are your Skytus tents, O Jacob, and your tents, O Israel. They are like forested valleys, like gardens irrigated next to rivers, like Skytus tents, which the Lord has fixed, like cedars close to water. Water shall flow from his jar, and his offspring shall be amid many waters, because Agag, his king, shall be taken, and his kingdom shall be removed. Away from Egypt, Skytus has led him, whose strength is like the rhinoceros. I don't think that's how you pronounce it in English. I think it's rhinoceros, whatever. They shall devour the nations that are his enemies, and break their bones, and pierce them with arrows, and fucking crack their skulls and sip out their brains. What the fuck is that? And pierce them with arrows. Lying down, he has slept like a lion, and like a lioness, whom no one would dare to awaken. He who blesses you shall himself also be blessed. He who curses you shall be considered cursed. Fucking amazing speech, 10 out of 10. What the fuck did I just read? And Balak, being angry against Balaam, clapped his hands together and said, I called you to curse my enemies, and to the contrary, you have blessed them 3 times. Return to your place. I had decided, indeed, to honor you greatly, but the Lord has deprived you of the designated honor. You have the honor of speaking.
So, I have this idea, right? You know how we want more people to come to us for the Bible stream? So, I have asked a bunch of people and they all just looked at me and went, hell fucking nah. So, we need a way to entice people to want to be on the stream.
Send them the clips?
No, that will just scare them away. You know how we've terraformed the Bible into this wonderful forest that
we
it is
did
now.
not. We terraformed it.
So let's stick to that one. So you know how we've just fucking put the Bible in a blender of a bunch of memes and our personalities, and we got whatever the fuck we're reading right now.
Why? Our personalities are memes, but okay, Teras.
Yeah. I was separating the two.
Terraformed.
Yeah. Great, perfect. So how about we offer people to come to the Bible stream, and they're the ones that read it, and if at any point they laugh, they lose a prize. Like we could say, like if you sit there for 2 hours, read it, and you don't fucking laugh, you get like $20 or some shit. Because I don't think it's possible to like legitimately go through this and not fucking just die at some point.
It depends on who you ask. Somebody with a vastly different sense of humor, but they probably wouldn't be interested in it in the first place. So, yeah, sure. How about you show me how to eat toast? Teras, I think that one's directed at you.
Okay, I'll return.
Try not to laugh challenge, Bible edition. Yeah, pretty much. Try not to drink, Bible edition. Oh, wait, the large said to osmosis. Well, drink up. Wait, where were we? Hold on, I completely lost. Wait, where were we? I think somewhere here. Yes. Yes, that's where we were. Welcome back. And welcome, St. Just Germany, to your biggest mistake.
Wow, that's... I brought a slice of bread if you're interested.
Okay, please teach us how to eat it. I would.
I'm making toast. Give me a sec. This may take a moment.
Happy New Year to you too. You know what? While you do that, I think we just continue. Balaam responded.
Yeah, don't let me stop you.
Balaam responded to Balak. Did I not say to your messengers whom you sent to me, even if Balak would give me his house filled with silver and gold, I still could not go away from the word of the Lord my Skytus, so as to offer anything, either good or evil, from my own heart. But whatever the Lord will speak, this too I shall speak. Yet, truly, as I continue on to my own people, I will give you counsel as to what this people shall do to your people in the end times. What the fuck are the end times?
The times where something ends. I don't know yet, but...
Is that the time when the Bible ends? Oh, that would be amazing.
Looking forward to that one.
Therefore, taking up his parable, he again spoke. Balaam, the son of Beor, the man whose eye has been obstructed, the hero of the sermon of Skytus. How many titles of this guy? Jesus Christ. He who knows the doctrine of the Most High. What?
Okay, I'm ready to do my toast presentation.
Teras, the hero of the sermon of Skytus. He who knows the doctrine of the Most High.
Does that mean we're gonna have to smoke weed next time?
I don't fucking know. And who sees the visions of the Almighty, who, falling down, has his eyes opened, has declared. Okay, go ahead.
This is like an alright way to make toast, by the way. Anyway, so once you got your toast, you reach into your pocket and take out the block of cheese that you've been carrying for don't want to know how long, and then you just put the whole block of cheese on your toast. You just eat it. It's just bite into it.
No, it's the time when you play the end music. Oh, okay. Well, and we learned how to make toast. Isn't that how to eat toast? Sorry, not how to make. Eat. I mean, he also taught us how to make, actually. You know what? You just got a 2-for-1 deal. You are...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Teras is still single, so you know... And I'm pretty sure he likes cheesy pickup lines. Or just anything with cheese, really.
I mean, you're not wrong. You know what? Now it's a grilled cheese sandwich.
If you say enough cheesy pickup lines, he will just melt away. Okay, where was I? Has declared, I shall see him, but not presently. I shall gaze upon him, but not soon. A star shall rise out of Jacob, and a rod shall spring up from Israel. Ooh. And he shall strike down the commanders of Moab, and he shall devastate the sons of Seth. And he shall possess Idumea, Idumea, yeah, sure. The inheritance of Seir shall fall to their enemies. Yet, truly, Israel shall act with strength. From Jacob will be he who shall be ruler. I think we're starting to smoke weed already. What? From Jacob will be he who shall be ruler. What the fuck does the sentence actually mean? Why did
I think someone's regretting and clicking on the stream.
There was kind of already enough.
You can never have enough Jesus in your life.
You can never have enough Skytus in your life. And he shall perish.
Yes, you can. I can confirm you can.
And he shall perish the remnants of the city. The son of Jacob will be the ruler. Yeah, I think that's what it's trying to say, but still, this sentence makes just no sense.
But is it like that? Is it?
Yes.
Is it one of those?
Yes. His son will literally be Teras formed into a ruler.
Can he measure Jacob with it?
What's...
Oh, you know it was a good one when Skyders just walks off the fucking screen. I'm so glad carrying a block of cheese in my pocket played off, because this is a fucking nice sandwich.
Sorry about that. I think the batteries on the previous guy just ran out. Technical difficulties, please stand by. I'm not planning to stand, no. Unless somebody wants some stand-up comedy. What did I do? Okay. Yes, he can very much measure the Jacob of his daddy. I am the largest cactus. And he shall perish the remnants of the city. And when he saw Amalek taking up his parable, he said, Amalek, first among the genitals, whose very end shall be perdition. Yes.
Not that I'm actually reading it, but you did mention that I am the larger Skytis. Isn't that a drinking cue?
I literally, it doesn't say this there, although maybe I should have told you. No, I just,
you know what? I'll drink to it anyway.
Oh, well, in that case, I am the largest Skytis. I am the largest Skytis. I am the largest Skytis.
Just down the whole fucking thing.
Likewise, he saw the Canaanites, and taking up his parable, he said, robust, indeed, is your habitation. Or your Jacob, who knows. But though you will set your nest in a rock, and you will be elect among the stock of Cain, how long will you be able to remain? For Azure shall take you captive. Damn you, Microsoft. And taking up his parable once more, he said, alas, who will be able to survive when Skytus will do these things? Dude, I'm just... is this the same? Hold on, let me check before. This might be a German-only joke.
Wow, that's kind of rude.
Isn't... Okay, yeah, shit, it doesn't work. Okay, so in German, parable and parabola are the same word. So I was just constantly imagining he just has one of those parabolas when he's speaking, just as like a talking stick, holding it up. I'm allowed to speak right now. Is it worth hoodling? What? Oh, holding the stock of Kane. I would rather invest into Skytus coin, really.
That needs to be a thing.
I am the larger cryptocurrency.
Yes, sure.
Alas, who will be able to survive when Skytus will do these things? They shall arrive in Greek warships from Italy. That's the first mention of Greek or Italy, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
They shall overcome the Assyrians, and they shall devastate the Hebrews. And yet, at the very end, even they themselves shall perish. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Like, what? And Balaam rose up, and he returned to his place. Likewise, Balak went back, along the way by which he had arrived. So basically nothing happened.
I do like how the Bible just seems to randomly mention things that were never mentioned before. Just like, oh yeah, this exists, by the way. Moving on.
Just planting the seed. So next time a test comes up, you're like, I heard this before. Somewhere. I just can't quite remember. Numbers 25. Now Israel at that time dwelt in Shittim.
What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, where?
25-1.
Shit. Is that something we've done, or is that like untainted original?
You know what? I think I still have it open. How about shit Tim? Nope, that is most untouched. I hope. Now Israel at that time dwelt in Shittim. And the people were fornicating with the daughters of Moab, who called them to their sacrifices. And they ate and they adored their skytuses.
Oh, Mr. Burns, what have you done?
What?
I'm just fucking done. I'm done with all of you at this point.
I am so disappointed in myself right now. Oh my god.
I'm disappointed in both of you for separate reasons.
Stream's over. I'm leaving.
Sky is officially retiring. Well done, Mr. Burns. I mean, he wasn't lying. He is actually leaving. I'm not gonna sink to his level.
You know what they say? And
are you gonna rise
for the champions?
Wow.
That was a quote of Right Said Fred, I believe.
Wow, yeah, you should stand up for me. Definitely.
I'm standing up for the Lord Skytus.
Question mark.
And Israel was initiated into Baal of Peor. And so the Lord, being angry, said to us Moses.
Wow.
You know what the greatest thing about this is?
Go for
you
it.
keep complaining how you don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah.
And you're literally throwing money at this. So you're doing the opposite of getting paid. You're paying to be part of this.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like it's a lot. And it's for comedic effect, because it displays a meme every time. So
yeah, but you are paying.
If anything, I am here for comedic effect, so it's kind of my job.
That you don't get paid enough for.
That seems to be a running theme.
And so the Lord, being angry, said to Moses, take all the leaders of the people and hang them on gallows against the sun, so that my fury may be averted from Israel. And as Moses said to the judges of Israel, let each one kill his neighbors, who have been initiated into Baal of Peor. And behold, one of the sons of Israel entered, in the sight of his brothers, to a prostitute of Midian, within the view of Moses and of all the crowd of the sons of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the Skytus tent. Wait, what? So somebody had sex in public? Is this what this says? Behold, one of the sons of Israel entered into a prostitute of Midian. So, one of the Israelites is having sex within the view of osmosis and of all the crowd of the sons of Israel. So somebody's literally fucking a prostitute in front of literally everybody. All of the crowd of the Sons of Israel. Everyone. Man, woman, boy, girl, cattle. Teras is dead. Oh well.
Oh my fucking god.
Welcome to the first documented incident of exhibitionism, Teras.
I like it since pigs. Oh.
Sorry, Teras, we're in public. I did that. To be fair, with this guy, this is looking like a wet cat in a gunpowder factory. You also are the erotic, good-looking part of the stream. I'm glad. I'm just trying to be more, like, I'm not trying to be attractive. I'm just trying to be, I'm trying to look familiar to Cat Peasant. I'm trying to look like his family.
What?
Oh yeah, and when Finehas, who doesn't know Finehas, the son of Elizir, the son of Triple Aaron the priest, who by the way is dead, in case you forgot, just a quick reminder.
Just an FYI, yeah.
And when Finehas, the son of Elizir, the son of Triple Aaron the priest, had seen it, so when he had witnessed the public sex, he rose up from the midst. Well, as long as he, as a person, rose up, it's all good. From the midst of the multitude, and seizing a dagger, he entered after the Israelite man into the brothel. Oh, I thought he was going to enter the Israelite man with the dagger. Okay, he entered after the Israelite man into the brothel, and he pierced both of them at the same time. Specifically, the man and the woman at the location of their genitals. And the scourge ceased from among the sons of Israel.
Oh my god, I've got a find and replace to do. Hold on.
Okay, just, yeah, I mean, it's fine, but I gotta, just to repeat. Somebody is having sex in public with a Midian prostitute. And by in public, I mean not just in public where anybody could watch. No, literally every one of the sons of Israel. So everyone from the folk, every single one is watching. And then Finehas, the son of Elizir, the son of Triple Aaron, sees this, picks up a dagger, runs after them into the brothel, which either they were all in the brothel, and he was peeking outside like a peeping Tom, or maybe they had sex in public and then they went into the brothel, and then he follows them either way, and then he stabs them both at the same time, not one after another. He's not just piercing one and then the other, no, both at the same time, at the genitals. And then Scourge gone. Praise the Lord.
Amogus.
You mean fine ass? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And rename Triple Aaron to Triple Aaron. Well, the problem is that you now also retroactively did it for this part.
It's fine. Just, if you're reading it back, it's just foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, but he's one person. He should only have one shadow.
Wow. I bet you're proud of that one, aren't you?
Hey, Teras, are you ready for the next sentence?
I'm probably not.
And there were slain 24,000 men.
Nice.
Fucking dabs. So, let me just repeat again. Somebody has sex in public. Somebody else sees it, runs after them, stabs them both in their genitals simultaneously, and then the scourge ceases, and then 24,000 men were slain.
That's a bit of an overreaction to a bit of a
casually dropping it. Yeah, this guy and his prostitute were slain, and then another 24,000 were slain. No, not died. Were slain.
Just a tiny little overreaction, like tiny.
I don't even know why they were slain. Is this part of the scourge that was seized? Does the scourge have anything to do with fucking prostitutes? I literally have no fucking clue what this is about.
It was just to assert dominance.
Let me just go back. As Moses said to the judges of Israel, let each one kill his neighbors who have been initiated. So anybody, I think in very simple terms, basically anybody that is now believing in another Skytis, you're free to kill them if they're your neighbor. Like, kill your neighbors if they believe in someone else. And then somebody has sex in public, gets stabbed in their penis, and then all the neighbors that were previously mentioned gets killed because they believe in another Skytis. I think that's what happened. Holy fuck, this is complicated. You're so welcome that I'm here. And the Lord said to Osmosis,
But I just started eating a thing.
yeah. Yeah, you did. The stabbing thing could just be sounding... Wait, what? The stabbing thing could just be sounding, you know? Who knows that it actually hurt the dude? Well, he pierced both of them at the location of their genitals, so... I imagine that to be painful, unless you have like a prosthetic cock. Then maybe not. Google what? No, no thanks. No. And the Lord said to Osmosis, Phinehas, the son of Elysier, the son of Triple Arab, the priest. You know what? He's an ex-priest now. Triple Arab, the ex-priest, has averted my wrath from the sons of Israel. For he was moved against them by my zeal, so that I myself, in my zeal, might... Is it zeal? It's zealous, but I think it's zeal, right? Whatever. My zeal, sure. Might not wipe away the sons of Israel. Because of this, say to him, Behold, I give to him the peace of my covenant, and the covenant of the everlasting priesthood shall be as much for him as for his offspring. For he was zealous on behalf of his Skytes, and he has made expiation for the wickedness of the sons of Israel. Now, the name of the Israelite man who was killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri, the son of Salu. He's French. A leader from the kinship and the tribe of Simeon. Moreover, the Midianite woman who was put to death together with him was called Cosby, the daughter of Zur, a most noble leader among the Midianites. Okay, I have questions now. So
I don't have answers.
First of all, I just want to point out, we have a woman in the Bible being named and everything, like actually important. And then, so the man that was slain, his name is Zimri, son of Salu. He's an offspring of Simeon, sure. The Midianite woman who was put to death, by the way, there you have it, they died, both of them, apparently, was called Cosby, Cosby, because she's bi, I don't fucking know, the daughter of Zur. She was a prostitute, though, and she's the daughter of a most noble leader. Was prostitution just a profitable / noble profession back then?
I mean, it isn't usually referred to as the oldest profession.
Yeah, but is it because she's the daughter of a noble leader? So does she really basically need to sink this low, basically, or was it just considered something like not low back then? Like what were the social standards around prostitution? Is it frowned upon? Is it just like
isn't it like something to do with like sin, like lust and whatnot? Would it not be a rather sinful thing to be doing?
Probably. I mean, you're depending on the. Hold on. First of all, we don't know what the definition of prostitution. Well, no.
I think we all know the definition. Yeah.
Maybe prostitution is something different back then, and they just happened to have their genitals so close to each other just by accident that they were able to be pierced both at the same time. It's the Midianites. They're all evil sinners. I'm still confused why she's a prostitute, but okay, sure. I guess she's just trying to defy her daddy. Wait. Did I read this already? No. And the Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying, entertain the people and all that.
Why me? Okay, I'll entertain the people by seeing if my drink burns. Maybe it needs more alcohol. Well, now I have a warm drink. I wonder if hold. Where the... Ah, that's right there. Haha, it's burning. Kinda. I don't know if you can see it, but it's doing fucking really weird things. It's really hot. 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 Just let's just leave it before I burn something down. What else flammable do I have a match. It's one of those like fancy waterproof matches.
Hey, Teras, I just had another idea. You remember your idea of basically paying people to not laugh for joining us?
Sure.
I already know the perfect first person to ask to join us.
Radio.
No, better.
Terminus.
Ew, no, better.
I don't know.
East.
Oh my fucking god. Just message him like, would you like a wad of cash?
Okay, and the Lord spoke to Osmosis saying, Yes, he did. Let the Midianites perceive you as enemies and strike them down, for they too have behaved with hostility against you, and they have deceived you insidiously by means of the idol Peor, and by Cosby, the daughter of a commander of Midian, their sister, who was struck down in the day of the scourge because of the sacrilege of the Peor. Numbers 26. After the blood of the guilty was shed, the Lord said to Osmosis and to Eliezer, the son of Triple Arib, the ex-priest, number the entire sum of the sons of Israel from 20 years and above by their houses and kinships, all who are able to go forth to war.
Not again.
Well, I mean, they lost like, what was it? They lost 24,000 men on that one day, presumably alone, and who knows how many else. So, you know, a recounting might be not the worst idea. So you have an idea of like...
I think my trash is on fire.
Well, I thought we agreed to not bring Terminus onto the stream.
I'm sure it's fine.
Number them, and so Osmosis and Eliezer, the priest, he's not the ex-priest, the priest, who were in the plains of Moab, above the Jordan, opposite Jericho, spoke to those who were from 20 years and above, just as the Lord had commanded. And this is their number.
Okay, my trash is no longer on fire.
Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, his son Hanok, from whom is the family of the Hanokites, and Palu, from whom is the family of the Peluites, and Hezron, from whom is the family of the Hezronites, and Carmi, from whom is the family of the Carmites.
Oh no.
These are the families of the stock of Reuben, whose numbers was found to be 43,730. Hey, Teras, pie chart.
Oh, I don't wanna.
Okay, how much are we willing to pay him? And by we, I of course mean you, because I'm already doing my part here. The son of Phalu, Eliab. His sons, Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. These are Dathan and Abiram, the leaders of the people who rose up against Osmosis and Triple Arib in the sedition at Korah, when they rebelled against the Lord. 43k. Do you see this? You don't even need to, like, I don't even need to highlight for you. Like, look, this is where you need to look, and then all that. I didn't know where it was. You just... all of this. There are 43,730. So, you know what? No, don't trust Mr. Burns. He's lying. And the earth, opening its mouth, devoured Korra, with many others dying, when the fire burned 250 men. Which fire? What fucking fire? What?
The fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And a great miracle was wrought, so that when Korra perished, his sons did not perish. Wow. Fucking amazing.
I know, right?
The sons of Simeon, by their kinships. Nemuel, from him is the family of the Nemuelites. Jamin, from him is the family of the Geminites. Jachin, from him is the family of the Jachinites. Sohar, from him is the family of the Soharites. Shaul, from him is the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the stock of Simeon, whose entire number was 22,200. The sons of Gad, by their kinships. Zephon, from whom is the family of the Zephonites. Haggi, from him is the family of the Haggites. Shuni, from him is the family of the from the Shunites. Ozni, from him is the family of the Oznites. Eri, from him is the family of the Erites. Arad, from him is the family of the Erodites. Ereli, from him is the family of the Erelites. These are the families of Gad, whose entire number was 40,500. These are the sons of Judah, and Onan, who both died in the land of Canaan. And these were the sons of Judah by their kinship. Shelah, from whom is the family of the Shelahites. Peres, from whom is the family of the Perizzites. Zerah, from whom is the family of the Zerahites. Moreover, the sons of Phares were Hezron, from whom is the family of the Hezronites, and Hamul, from whom is the family of the Hamulites. These are the families of Judah, whose entire number was 76,500. The sons of Issachar, by their kinship, Tola, from whom is the family of the Tolaites. Puva, from whom is the family of the Puvahites. Jeshub, from whom is the family of the Jeshubites. Shimron, from whom is the family of the Shimronites. These are the kinships of Issachar, whose number was 64,300. The sons of Zebulun by their kinships. Sered, from whom is the family of the Seredites. Elon, from whom is the family of the Elonites. Jalil, from whom is the family of the Jalilites. These are the kinship of Zebulun, from whose number was 60,500. The sons of Joseph by their kinship. Manasseh and Ephraim. From Manasseh was born Machir, from whom is the family of the Machirites. Machir conceived Gilead, from whom is the family of the Gileadites. Gilead has sons. Jezir, from whom is the family of the Jezerites. Helek, from whom is the family of the Helekites. Azrael, from whom is the family of the Azraelites. And Shechem, from whom is the family of the Shechemites. And Shemida, from whom is the family of the Shemidites. And Hefer, from whom is the family of the Heferites. Now Hefer was the daddy of Zelophehad, who had no sons but only daughters, whose names are these.
Named woman, what a fucking development.
What? A woman with a name in my stream? Mala, who doesn't know her from Diablo 2, and Noah, yeah, of course, that's a woman's name, and Hogla, and Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and their number was 52,700. Now the sons of Ephraim, by their kinship, were Shuthelah, from whom the family of the Shuthelahites. Becher, from whom the family of the Becherites, which is German for cup, by the way. Tahan, from whom the family of the Tahanites. Furthermore, the son of Shuthelah was Aaron, from whom the family of the Aaronites. From whom is the family of the Aaronites? Rip. These are the kinships of the sons of Ephraim, whose number was 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph by their families. The sons of Benjamin in their kinships. Bela, who's from the family of the Belites. Ashbel, who's from the family of the Ashbelites. Ahiram, who's from the family of the Ahiramites. Shufam, from whom is the family of Shufamites. Hufam, from whom is the family of the Hufamites. The sons of Bela, Arad and Naaman. From Arad, the family of the Aradites. From Naaman, the family of the Naamanites. These are the sons of Benjamin by their kinships, whose number was 45,600. The sons of Dan by their kinship. Shuha, from whom is the family of the Shuhamites. These are the kinships of Dan by their families. All these were Shuhamites, whose number was 64,400. The sons of Asher by their kinship. Imnah, from whom the family of the Imnahites, from whom is the family of the Ibnites, Ishvi, from whom is the family of the Ishvites, Beriah, from whom is the family of the Beriahites, the sons of Beriah, Heber, from whom is the family of the Heberites, Melchiel, from whom is the family of the Melchielites. Now the name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. These are the kinships of the sons of Asher, and their number was 53,400. The sons of Naphtali by the kinship Jalil, from whom is the family of the Jazilites, Guni, from whom is the family of the Gunites, Jizza, from whom is the family of the Jizrites, Shillam, from whom is the family of the Shillamites. These are the kinships of the sons of Naphtali by their families, whose number was 45,400. This is the sum of the sons of Israel, who were counted 600,000 and 1,730. And the Lord spoke to us, Moses, thank God.
Now read all of that again, but to a beat. I'll beatbox for you.
You know what? If you come over here, I'll read it to a beat. Because I'll beat the fuck out of you.
What's so aggressive?
What do you mean? The land shall be divided to these as their possessions according to the number of their names. Reminds me of Der Rechner mit dem Becher. Never heard of that. To the greater number you shall give a greater portion, and to the lesser number a lesser portion. To each one, just as they have now been counted, a possession shall be delivered. Yet only insofar as the land is divided by lot. Wait, Lot? I thought he was long dead. As the land is divided by lot to a tribe and to families. Whatever the lot will happen to be, it shall be accepted either by the greater or by the lesser. Likewise, this is the number of the sons of Levi by their families. Gershon, from whom is the family of the Gershonites. Kohath, from whom is the family of the Kohathites. Merari, from whom is the family of the Merariites. These are the families of Levi. The family of Libni, from the family of Hebroni, the family of Mali, the family of Mushi, the family of Korah. Yet truly Kohath conceived Amram, who had a wife, Jochebed. What? Sure, let's go with that. The daughter of Levi, who was born to him in Egypt. She bore to her husband Amram sons, a triple rib and osmosis, as well as their sister Miriam. Wait, what? Huh? What is even the... Yet truly, Kohath conceived Amram, who had a wife, Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to him in Egypt. She, so I presume this person, who's the daughter of Levi, bore to her husband Amram sons, triple Arib and osmosis. Okay, we figured out who the daddy of triple Arib and osmosis are, as well as their sister Miriam.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, Miriam was the wife of either triple Arib or osmosis.
Wow.
You know, sometimes I wish I just had filters that I could apply to my thingy here, just on a button press, so I can just be like party mode and then incest. Woo! Just what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna marry my sister. Why not?
I have many reasons as to why you shouldn't.
Name 2.
The Bible forbids it. And
it literally says in the Bible that somebody married their sister, implicitly.
And then it also says you can't.
Well, fuck you! I'll show you what I can. You can't stop me. Number 2.
Watch me. Number 2 is she's already taken.
Challenge accepted.
Oh no.
From triple Arib were born Nadab and Abihu, and Elizir and Ithamar. Of these, Nadab and Abihu died when they had offered strange fire before the Lord. Yeah, I remember that. They had to be killed or something, yeah. And these were all who were numbered, 23,000 of the male gender, from 1 month and above. Wait, 1 month? What? I thought we were counting 20 and above, those who can go to war. This book is so fucking retarded. Just, I don't have words for this. For they were not counted among the sons of Israel, neither was a possession given to them with the others. This is the number of the sons of Israel who were enrolled by Osmosis and Eleazar the priest in the plains of Moab, above Jordan, opposite Jericho. Among these, not one of them was numbered before, by Osmosis and Triple Arab in the desert of Sinai. For the Lord had foretold that all would die in the wilderness, and not one of them remained, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. Having fun?
Peace and quiet.
Joshua was an orphan. Who the fuck is Joshua?
Oh.
Weak Teras. Weak.
Yeah, I mean, if it is our usual.
No, usually it's 2.5.
No, it's.
You're just getting weaker recently.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what? I'll fuck you. I'll check right now to see who of us is in the right. And if I'm wrong, then yeah, sure. You know what? I'll accept that. Let's see. 2 hours 22, and that's without the intro and outro. You know, 3 hours 25, 2 hours 5. Okay, there's 1 hour 52 because you're weak, as I said. 2 hours 51, 2 hours 32. 1 hour 58, 1 hour 56, 2 hours 5. Yeah, okay, there's, and 2 hours 1, 2 hours 44, 2 hours 27, 2 hours 39, and then 2 hours 70. Yeah, it's somewhere between 2 and 2.5, depending on how weak you are. So it's like half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is left?
Wait, how much is left of the Bible or of Teras alive?
I have a feeling that might take longer to finish the Bible than I'll be alive for.
Okay, do you see how this at the top says Bible 76 to 150? This is basically the page numbering in the original document, which goes to 730. So, you know, we have done less than 20%. We've done like 10, 12, maybe. Let's be generous and say we've done 13% of the Old Testament, of course.
Yeah, there's still the New Testament. Yeah, we calculated, and well, actually, let me find that method. What it was like at this rate, with taking occasional weekends off for like whatever personal reasons we do, we will be doing this for at least the next 3 years, weekly. As I said, with occasional skips, like every.
This was the last book somehow. Okay, here's the problem. I'll show you what the problem is actually right now.
Yeah. There's a small problem.
I found a PDF, you know, the public domain version, whatever, and I imported it into a Google Doc so both of us could make these fixes and all of that. The problem is that the Google Doc, I think I removed the past 2 pages, but it stopped after page 80. It's just 80 pages, so I didn't notice it, so I was just like, okay, I guess the Old Testament, 80 pages, which is 80 of these pages, not just book pages, but just actual normal pages, whatever the fuck they're called, A4 pages, you know? So I thought there would only be 80, and then when we were at about 75, I realized that it just abruptly stopped, and then I had to scramble and fix, and henceforth we now have split this into several documents, and this is the second of like 10 or something. Yeah, whatever, the math checks out.
Of like a lot of documents.
Yep, so there's plenty more to come.
This is going to be an ongoing thing for
like this is literally like
a while.
A life, like a life project for our life to devote to.
Yeah, like I said, about 2.5 to 3 years, maybe longer.
Probably longer.
Just to finish the Old Testament.
It depends
and
on
then we also have the New Testament.
It depends on how long Teras lasts on average, and it also depends on how quickly I read, of course, and how many Saturdays or just readings. I mean, usually they're on Saturday, but how many readings we skip So, who knows?
Yeah, and then also obviously once we finish this, like way in the future, we also have other religious texts we can focus on.
Yeah, like there's literally content until Twitch fucking dies.
Or one of us dies. Or both.
Let's hope for both at the same time by being stabbed in the genitals simultaneously.
Imagine doing this by yourself.
What, stabbing myself in the genitals?
Yes.
You know what? How about I do this by myself?
Yeah, do that. You don't need me anymore.
Yeah, I really don't. So yeah, now that we cleared that up, just as a reminder, all of these are on YouTube. You can just, I'm sure you'll find them. I'm sure you're smart enough to find it. So, you know,
Yeah, they are.
you can catch up on all of the Bible, which you should. It's only like 45 hours or so. It's not much.
Yeah, if you binge watch it, you'll be done by Tuesday.
Yeah, so there's plenty, and we're obviously working on always getting it over there, but yep, you can catch up, and then you'll know what the Bible's all about. You're so fucking welcome.
I prefer mustard.
And yeah, we'll be here, generally speaking, every Saturday, unless something comes up. But yeah, the schedule is every Saturday. However, next Saturday, which is the 8th of January, we will not be here with the Bible. However, we will be here. And behold, there will be something else.
Yeah, something much worse than the Bible.
Oh, it's like if you took the writing style of the Bible and
made
put it into a game. No. If you take the writing style of the Bible, put it into a children's brain, and whatever the child comprehends of this, that output you put into a game. That's what we're gonna do next Saturday. And for those of you with an IQ of above 60, who obviously don't know what the fuck we're talking about, because anyone with an IQ above 60 wouldn't touch this, we're talking about Roblox.
We should have like an IQ counter in the corner that just slowly goes down.
I can promise this much, it's gonna be interesting. I played like, what, 10 minutes of it? And that was
a very eye-opening experience.
entertaining, to say the least. And yeah, myself and Teras are going to be playing it, and you are most welcome to join if you would like. The game itself was free, so, you know,
unfortunately,
just send me a message on Discord if you would like to join, or, you know, just watch the stream and enjoy some Roblox.
with narration from two grown adults.
We might be grown adults, but our brains are surely not fully grown. And I don't think they ever will, because Bible things.
Help.
So yeah, next Saturday, instead of Bible at this time, we will be doing this. However,
We're doing
to make things even worse for Teras,
the Lego equivalent of cock and ball torture, anyway.
next week's Saturday, the 9th, we'll be doing Bible readings. So yes.
Needless to say, if I'm still alive by next weekend, I've done something wrong.
You've done plenty of things wrong already. But yeah, short summary. Next Saturday, instead of Bible, in the same time slot, Roblox. You're welcome to join. Just let me know if you would like to join. And then on Sunday, Bible reading. So if you would like a weekend of permanently reducing IQ, you're so fucking welcome to join us. You have no idea how welcome you are. And I think that's all we have to say, really. Yeah, I'll see you maybe on Monday if you would like. I'm playing through Sekiro currently. It's mostly blind. Yeah, if you would like to watch that, I'll be back Monday evening. You can scroll down below the stream and find the schedule. I'm sure you're smart enough to figure it out. It starts 1 hour later than today's Bible stream did. We're raiding Torvik. He is finally streaming again. He's playing the first Shadow Warrior on hard difficulty. And he doesn't want spoilers. I doubt that any one of you played it, but hey, Torvik is a nice person, so we're going over there. And I'll see you next week at some point. And don't forget to pet Teras.
Do not.
That basically means please do. I'm so fucking lonely.
No, don't. Do not.